When it comes to your online business, you are probably not excited at the idea of creating a business budget. I get it. Most of the online business owners that I work with aren't either. Let's take my client, we'll call her Allie. She was not excited about the idea of creating a business budget, but she knew that she needed one. So we spent 3 hours on a Zoom call mapping out every single expense in her business, every wish list expense that she wanted to have, which gave her very clear sales goals about knowing what she needed to bring in to pay for her expenses and save for taxes and pay herself. The whole thing was like a deep tissue massage, and she left with a ton of clarity surrounding what she needed to do to make her dreams a reality. In this video, I'm going to do the same thing for you. I'm going to show you exactly how to create a budget, avoid overspending, and grow your bottom line. Before you can create a realistic budget, you need to know your current financial numbers. Shocker, the bookkeeper is telling you that you have to start with your bookkeeping. But why? Because we need to know what happened in the past to have a good frame of reference for what's going to happen in the future. So get your bookkeeping done, whatever that means for you. If it is a software subscription like Xero that is very simple and easy to use, or a DIY bookkeeping template like the one I have linked below, or just hiring a bookkeeper so that you have very clear and accurate information at your fingertips. Then step 2 is pulling your profit and loss report. We're going to be doing this for 2 reasons. One is to create a template, like a shell that we can use for your budget. And the second is so we can actually reference what is in it for creating your budget and the numbers that you're going to put in there. If you are using a spreadsheet, make sure that you have everything mapped out by month and go ahead and make a copy of that spreadsheet from the previous year. If you are in a software, run your profit and loss report by month so we can clearly see everything at a glance, and export to Excel. With whatever new copy you have, we're going to take everything out. That way we can pre-populate it with what you are expecting to happen in the future. If you want to skip this step entirely, I already have a spreadsheet template that you can use for your business budget that has every single expense that you could expect to pay in the next year, tons of space for all of your different revenue categories, and it's less than $100. So if you want to skip that step, I have it there for you, linked below. Step 3 comes the fun part. We are going to map out all of our expenses. Every single office supply that you want to buy. I usually do $200 in January and $200 in July for me to just go to Target and buy notebooks and highlighters and fun pens. Then we also want to map out every single software subscription that you are going to have. And if you have an annual software subscription, which month that you're going to pay that. Then we want to make sure we have all the other expenses that it takes to run our business. Every single team member, paying your CPA to file your tax return, client gifts, etc. This is a really good base for where to start in your budget. So you can actually leave the spreadsheet as it is, or you can copy it over and we can add onto it with more wish list items. I vote the latter. In that second copied over spreadsheet, we now have 2 spreadsheets. You are going to map out all of the fun things that you want in your business. All of the business travel, in-person conferences, the mastermind that you want to join, the course that you want to buy, the service provider that you want to hire, like a copywriter or a brand photographer, all of the fun things that you want in business in the next year. I usually like to hang out in this version of the spreadsheet because I like to dream really big. And then we're going to back into our sales goals using this spreadsheet. You could still hang out in this one and do the sales goals for that too, but that's really just kind of the bare bones minimum to creating your budget. Now we're going to back into our sales goals. This is going to give you extreme clarity, and I'm going to be talking a little bit of math, but I'm going to make it as simple as possible because you need to understand this. So if your giant expense list plus your business wish list is $100,000 in expenses, then we know to just break even, this $0 right here, we have to make $100,000 in revenue. But we know that we want to bring home at least $100,000, which makes our new revenue goal $200,000 and our leftover profit $100,000. But we know that that's not the case because we do need to save for taxes. So if we're saving somewhere around a conservative 30% of profit in taxes, that's going to make our now tax savings number $30,000 and our take-home pay $70,000. Now, I've already done the math on this one, so just trust me. Let's now make the revenue goal $250,000, Our expenses are still the same at $100,000. This is everything to keep the boat afloat and all of your business wish list items. Our profit is now $150,000. Our tax savings are $45,000, and our take-home pay is $105,000. If you got that, kudos to you. This was a complex topic, but it is very important because we now know that our sales goals are $250,000 to cover every single expense that we want in our business, still save for taxes, and pay ourselves what we want to bring home. At a $250,000 revenue year, that's about $20,800 per month. I'm going to go with the example of a branded web designer. Let's say your signature offer is $5,000 for brand design and web design. To get to a $20,800 month, a $250,000 year, you need about 5 clients per month. A little over 4, but let's round it up to 5. You know that to make all of your dreams come true, 5 clients per month is what you need to bring in. I know that was a lot, so let's all take a deep breath together, but it's really good stuff for a ton of clarity around what you need to do in your business to make your dreams a reality. And remember, if you don't want to do all of the hard work, I did the legwork for you. I created a spreadsheet template specific for creating a business budget that has all of the different revenue options like one-to-one services, digital product shop, coaching or mentoring, and every expense that you could think of in your business: office expenses, legal and professional services, team members, client gifts, Facebook ads, everything. And it is less than $100 and links below for you. Let me know in the comments below if you want to watch me create a business budget for a brand and web designer. I'm thinking of recording that video next. Bye all, see you next time.